Bitcoin is going up today. At the same time, gold's going down. A lot of people are pointing to this and saying there could be a massive rotation from gold into Bitcoin, and it could send Bitcoin's price up drastically. I want to go through this, also go through why the market might be a little bit timid right now. We actually see the S&P 500 getting to a resistance. This is where we've kind of topped out the last couple times that we've tried to hit it. So let's look at that along with some other news that you should know today. Who's buying? Well, might not surprise you. Bitmain is buying a lot of Ethereum today. We'll be going through some of the other news in the market that you should know. Of course, if you don't mind, hit subscribe so you can see future videos just like this one. If you want to trade crypto, check out the link underneath the video to BYDeFi. We have a double event going on right now, so you can trade and get up to $13,000 of bonuses just for trading on the platform. And there's a deposit bonus going on right now. We constantly run these promotions. So if you've signed up in the past, you get access to these current promotions too. I'm not sure if the deposit one is just for new people, but the trade event is for everyone that's ever signed up. So check it out underneath the video. I also will be going through a movie I just watched that I think is a bit overrated and what I just drank. So I'll let you know later in the video. That would be like the fun part towards the end of the video. But let's start here. We have Bitcoin moving up to almost 114,000. Maybe we just touched it earlier today. Now we're calming down a little bit. You can see kind of a quick spike, then some longs got liquidated, and now we're just kind of settling in around this $111,800 mark. It looks like we may be flipping this prior resistance into support, which would be pretty doggone bullish. I would love to see us move back up above $116,000. That's where we saw the previous resistance. I'd love to see higher lows and higher highs. That would be extremely bullish. Right now, the funding rate is still negative, so we're still seeing shorts pay longs to be in trades, which means the market's fairly bearish. Right now, the S&P 500 slightly green for the day. The Dow slightly green, or 0.5% green, so pretty good day. Nasdaq slightly red. So kind of a quiet day in traditional markets. We see, the S&P 500 kind of butting up against this previous resistance, really close to all-time highs. Now, the S&P 500 is up 31% in 6 months. This is basically from the April lows. It might be off slightly from the exact lows. Yeah, so we're up 35% from the bottom. We are nearing the earnings for major tech companies. I think actually we might have some big ones after the bell today, but we're getting very close to earnings. So I think the market's just a little bit cautious. We have CPI on Friday as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was kind of quiet for the next few days ahead of that. Now, what's not quiet is silver and gold. They've been racing up all year long, and now silver's down 7.1%, gold's down 5.54%. So pretty rough days, and with gold being the largest asset in the world, it's gone down 5.5%. That's a multi-trillion-dollar move. It's moved down almost the entire market cap of Bitcoin just today, just in the last 24 hours. Now, a lot of people are pointing at this and saying, hey, we could be witnessing a rotation from gold into Bitcoin. Right? There are a lot of, there have been a lot of people that have been buying gold over last year, and central banks are really leading the way. Of course, now retail investors I've been pointing this out for the last couple of weeks. We've had retail investors and even influencers saying, I'm way underexposed to gold and I'm overexposed to crypto, which just caught me off guard because these are people that have talked about crypto for years. And now once gold's up 50% in the last year and Bitcoin is up maybe 5, 10%, 15%, now they want to rotate into gold. That kind of indicated to me that this was overbought. And we can already see that on RSI, but retail is starting to FOMO into one of the most boring, oldest assets in the world, the largest market cap as well. So I've been saying that I would not rotate away from Bitcoin at this time. And right when gold and silver go down, Bitcoin actually spiked up pretty fast. So we could definitely be seeing a rotation. I would not be surprised to see people rotate as well, like larger, wealthier individuals, hedge funds, that kind of thing, from gold into Bitcoin as a higher alpha play. Let me know your thoughts on that underneath the video though. We have Bitmine buying 184 million worth of Ethereum. Right now Ethereum's around 4,000. It might have even pulled back a little bit since I saw that earlier today, but it hit 4,100 earlier today. We still have, Bitmine buying hundreds of millions in like even north of that each week. So I think that would continue to push up Ethereum's price. I mean, I say continue, and people will point out that we're actually down over the last week maybe. Let's look. The last 5 days, Ethereum is up 3%. Last month, it's down 10%. But, year to date, we're still up 20% over the last 6 months since the bottom basically of the tariff wars. It's up 152%. So even though we've seen a pullback from the top of 17%, still Ethereum's done extremely well this year. So I would not, I wouldn't be too bearish or, talk about it too negatively because it's done extremely well. It's outpaced gold, Bitcoin, the traditional markets, basically everything over the last 6 months. Over the last 1 year, it's up 46%. Now, yesterday we had some slight outflows from the Ethereum and the Bitcoin ETFs. Nothing huge, but still just some bleeding, mostly because of BlackRock, actually, and both of these. Keep in mind, BlackRock is a day behind. They always have, they've always been a day behind. They have like a longer settlement time or something. So would not be surprised to see that kind of fade away over the next couple days. Again, we have big news later this week and into next week with tech earnings and CPI at the end of this week. So I'd be paying attention to that. We could be seeing more of a rotation. Honestly, just, even Bitcoin moving up $4,000 is nothing compared to what's coming out of gold, right? To get gold to go down $2 trillion, it takes so much more than Bitcoin going up $3,000 or $4,000. Keep in mind, there's a lot of leverage too. So if people, push up the price, if whales push up the price, market manipulators push up the price $1,000 or $2,000, the shorts getting liquidated can push this up another $1,000 or $2,000. So I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin throughout the end of the year and into next year, but let me know your thoughts underneath the video. Now, I promised you I would tell you about a movie that I saw. I have been running more. I've been trying to run more just as a good way to, lose some weight. I feel like I had the bull market weight gain going. Not that I was huge or anything, but probably definitely the heaviest I've ever been. So, yeah, I thought, it's a good way to lose weight. Maybe I'll run a marathon or something. That was kind of a goal. So I've been running more, and it takes a long time to run long distances. Today I ran 10 miles, and I thought, well, what am I going to watch? I have nothing I want something fast paced. But I kind of have run through a lot of stuff recently, pun unintended. But I thought I've been hearing about Longlegs. It's a horror movie, suspenseful movie. I felt like I could see there are no twists or turns throughout the whole movie. There's nothing super scary. Maybe part of it was I'm running in the middle of the day. It's less scary than at night, in your dark house. But yeah, no twists, no turns, nothing, no good jump scares even. The only thing that was kind of creepy was Nicolas Cage and what he looked like. But come on, I mean, I can see scary people walking around every day. So let me know if you've ever watched that. Let me know if you have anything good for me to watch that would, kind of suck me in so I'm not just thinking about running the whole time. And also, I told you that I would tell you what I had to drink. Let me know what you're having to drink right now. Right now I have water, but just went to lunch with the wife and got a black cherry old fashioned. It was pretty good. Smoked old fashioned too. So it was pretty good. Let me know your thoughts underneath the video though on everything happening in crypto. Let me know what I should watch and what you're drinking right now. I'll know if you made it this far in the video with those comments. I really appreciate it. I read all the comments too. It's just I don't respond to all of them. So appreciate you guys being here. Again, if you want to check out BYDeFi or BTCC, Bitty next week's Blowfin, check them out underneath the video, and I'll see you in the next one.